All right, let's bring in national security and military analyst Dr. Rebecca Grant. Dr. Grant, good morning to you. We saw a whole lot take place this week, from business deals to showmanship to theater. American CEOs were with the president earlier this week as well. Axios says that Biden officials are in awe of this trip by President Trump, with one saying, "Gosh, I wish I could work for an administration that could move that quickly." So a lot of reaction coming in right now, many of it positive, even from across the aisle. Of course, this is all a temporary reaction, a temporary high. But when it comes to long-term effects of this trip to the Middle East, what will the long-term impact be here?
Well, I'm in awe of this trip, and I think China is in awe of this trip. But this is one big, beautiful business trip. Long term, the U.S. has a new basis for foreign policy. Trump has swept all that aside. And I think long term, the tech and AI partnerships with the Middle East will lock out China. And that may be the single most significant piece of business done on this trip.
Here's more from the president on the significance. Listen.
There's a great relationship with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE. It's a really unified Middle East. It's something that we haven't seen. The U.S. was absent for 4 years. We didn't really know too much what we were doing for 4 years, and things were not going good. Other people were courting the Middle East, but they won't even waste their time in courting them any longer.
Dr. Grant, I would argue it goes beyond 4 years that we have not known what we are doing in the Middle East. It seems like since the dawn of time, nobody really understands how the Middle East works and how to solve the massive problems that are there. This looks different this time, at least at first blush. Will this end up being a trip literally for the history books? In other words, ones that Carly and my kids will be reading about years from now, as to a trip that reshaped history and reshaped the world that we will be living in?
Yes, this will be a trip for the history books, because for the first time, President Trump is getting ROI, return on investment, for American foreign policy. That's going to be the new basis going forward. It is a historic shift that will benefit the U.S. and will benefit the world and the region.
Okay, well, there is some criticism on the deals that the president is making right now, especially when it comes to chips in China, which is something that you just mentioned. Chuck Schumer, as well as the Republican chair of the House Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party, they're saying about the same thing. But Chuck Schumer's statement is this deal could very well be dangerous because we have no clarity on how the Saudis and the Emiratis will prevent Chinese manufacturing from getting their hands on these chips. So what do you think about that? Is there any validity to that concern?
No, excellent question. This has been very well thought out, and President Trump will allow NVIDIA and others to sell high-tech chips for AI to Saudi, to the UAE. This is essential so that China doesn't come in and make those sales. And we don't want China building Saudi and UAE's AI. We don't want them in Xi Jinping's lap. Commerce Department will very tightly control this. The most high-end chips are not going to them, but the other chips that are widely sold on the global market are. That's really good for our U.S. companies that need to make profits to keep us ahead of China in AI. It is a good deal. It'll be closely monitored.
That's very good to know.
Meantime, switching spheres, today, Ukraine and Russia are expected to hold their first direct peace talks in 3 years, but albeit without the main leaders at the table trying to secure peace. Does a meeting ultimately happen between President Trump and Putin? Because both Marco Rubio and Trump himself said no peace deal is going to happen unless Putin and I, meaning Putin and Trump, are at the table.
Well, I'll take their word for it then. Putin has really slithered around. He's really been holding out. I think that Russia also wants some behind-the-scenes economic deals. They want sanctions relief. Russia has to think about its economic future. Do they remain a vassal state of China or not? So I would not be surprised to see things pointing towards a Trump and Putin meeting. Maybe the idea of that meeting will be enough to jumpstart negotiations, but it could happen. Of course, Putin can't travel internationally because of his ICC indictment. So interesting to watch.
Yeah, well, the president, Dr. Grant, was just asked about that meeting between Vladimir Putin and him just a couple hours ago. Here's what he had to say. Listen here. We're getting to it. We promise.
We're going to get it. We're going to get it done. We got to get it done as soon as we can set it up. I would actually leave here and go. I do want to see my beautiful grandson, son, and we'll be doing that. But I will tell you that the world is a much safer place right now, and I think in 2 or 3 weeks we could have it be a much, much safer place.
And that, to me, is significant, Dr. Grant, because Vladimir Putin's goal is to drag this thing out as long as possible. And so far, he's been successful in doing that. But is he running out of runway?
Yes, he is. It's all a negotiating tactic. And I think both Putin and Trump would like to do the meeting. They can accomplish a lot because each can claim a win. And Trump's style is to get the parties to the table to make the deal. So I think a meeting could be very productive between Putin and Trump.
You just won't want to lose any of the momentum because it does feel like there is a little bit of momentum. It feels like both sides.
Also on the Iran nuclear front as well.
And you don't want to avoid that meeting between the two leaders.
A lot going on.
Too long. Dr. Grant, thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.